everybody, this is Dr. Bob DeMaria with another episode of Ask Dr. Bob. Some very interesting questions. This is a first timer. Dr. Bob, I have what my doctors call a geographic tongue. It's difficult to eat foods with the rough texture around my tongue and basically wants to know what to do. Well, when I was studying for my Doctor of Natural Health degree, I read a book called The Answer to Cancer. And in that book, they talked about Chinese and Ayurvedic type of medicine, and one of the words that I will never forget is called alma. And that's just a term for a thick, white, pasty tongue. And I know you have a geographic tongue, but your tongue's a reflection of what's going on inside of your body internally, especially food. I might suggest that you may consider doing what we call the FIT test, which is a food sensitivity test, to find out exactly what foods you may be sensitive to, which in turn are impacting your tongue. I don't know really too much else about what's going on in your body. You may have parasites, you have a food sensitivity, you might have a compromised liver. So that's a start in the right direction. You want to map out the foods that you are eating. The food sensitivity would help you a lot. Dr. Bob, how do you stop urinating so much during sleep? That's a very good question. I don't know if this is a male or a female, but if it's a man, it's very possible that you could have an enlarged prostate gland. I also know from my own experience, I stopped drinking carbonated water. Carbonated water, whatever brand you might use, that's not the most important, is that carbonated water was making me urinate more at nighttime. Very interesting, isn't it? So you might want to back off. I just had a conversation with another one of my practice members who had an enlarged prostate, and he cut back on his water. We worked on reducing the inflammation in his prostate gland, and he was down to only one time per night. Very interesting question here. My 14-year-old daughter has bad acne with scarring. What do you suggest? Well, I've seen that a lot, especially in teenagers. A lot of times it could be an issue with yeast. I notice that certain foods, especially pizza, can create this overabundance of yeast in the child's body. And when you have that, it depletes the body of zinc. If you don't have enough zinc, you're going to have a greater chance to have acne, and you're going to have scarring. Anytime that you have a teenager that has anything to do with acne, I always look to the liver. Minimize sugar, minimize dairy products, because those two items right there, that's the sugar, dairy, and wheat, which could be in pizza, except unless you do or don't have sugar in your pizza. But pizza, anything bread, could definitely be impacting. Those tremendous questions. I'm Dr. Bob.